right, let me go back to. I did have it. Let's restore it back. Okay, Guider and Hubble. Good afternoon.
Your Honor, this is my motion. I want to say good afternoon to you too.
Okay, good afternoon. I'm glad.
I would like, if you're ready to.
As a preliminary matter, Your Honor, a lot has happened since the last hearing which make these motions no longer relevant, including an order of protection against Ms. Hubble. There was an incident on May 30th.
Hold on a second. Let me call the docket first. And this is we are here on the motion docket. We have with us Ms. Rice, who is representing Mr. Guider. We've got Ms. Hubble, who is the mother on this matter. We have Ms. Vanilla Mitchell, who is the guardian ad litem. We do not have Ms. Pomack. I understand that she was not available for court today and indicated to the parties that she would not be able to be here, would be here, able to come next week if we needed a hearing on this matter.
If we do need a hearing, I'm happy to reset, but I don't think that we will based on
Isn't this a hearing? Isn't that what?
This is the appearance docket for the motion hearing. I would not have actual motions unless they were very brief motions on the hearing docket, because since it's appearance docket, all the cases that need a motion for a rehearing or motion something gets set on today's docket, and if it needs a lengthy portion of time, it gets reset for an actual hearing date.
And how do you determine whether it's lengthy or not?
I just know y'all are lengthy, so I would mind. I could just tell by the filings and like the child support ones are very quick, and so we just pick trial dates for them and do quick rehearings. This one is lengthy.
And how does it work with the motion hearings and the big trial? How do they fit?
Yeah, that usually I like to tell parties as well as attorneys that it doesn't really help to file motions in between trial dates, because it doesn't really, it kind of bogs down the issues, and most of the time if a new motion is filed, it'll just get set with the actual hearing that's already going forward.
This was very time sensitive because, as you recall, at the end of our last day of trial, it was in the summer, and you basically just said y'all just work things out for the summer, but you didn't want to give me more than the 2 overnights. But you apparently gave him the impression, because he's putting in sworn statements, that you gave him temporary custody, and he told me I could only have 1 week and 3 days of the entire 10-week summer vacation, even though the guardian ad litem before we left said she thought I should exercise time with Delara during the summer. Since she's not available, I lost over 800 hours of what had been my parenting time during the school year because he forced her into public school.
Objection.
That's a non-issue.
And if
if
I may, Your Honor, there's an order of protection keeping Ms. Hubble from even seeing the child that was put into place by circuit court yesterday.
Oh wow, let me see that.
Okay.
And
if I may, the incident occurred on May 31st when Ms. Hubble showed up at his home. He asked her not to. He waited 2 hours before he got to his home. She was still there. Called for a police escort. She waited another hour. He went inside with the child. She went around back to his doors, was pounding on all his doors and windows. The child was hysterical. This order of protection was filed in circuit court. We went yesterday for the hearing. Ms. Hubble in court admitted that yes, she called him 19 times in one day. And yes, she continues to post on Facebook in violation of Magistrate Robertson, Magistrate Rosenberg, and Your Honor's orders for her not to do so. She also admitted that yes, she pounded on his windows and doors. At that time, Judge Robinson put an order of protection in place, not only covering Mr. Guider, but also covering the child. I told the judge at that point in time that that was not our intention and asked that he make the order modifiable by the juvenile court and explain to him that this trial was still pending and we had a final date set. His response was, no, she hasn't learned her lesson, she brought this upon herself. My order is as it stands, she can file a motion if she wants to, once juvenile court comes up with a permanent plan.
No, that's not what he said.
Well, it is, and she's admitted as such on Facebook, Your Honor.
Okay.
Since that hearing, she has also gone on Facebook and said she's now going to call everyone that father knows to make them aware of the situation.
Objection, that is not true. I did not say that.
All right. Bottom line, Ms. Hubble, you did or did not go to get a order of protection against you yesterday and the child? That's a yes or no
He
question.
did that in retaliation.
Yes, that's a yes or no question. Is there an order of
Yes, and
protection against
I
you
have
and the
no
child?
contact with Laura for 1 year.
Okay.
I am totally,
All right.
totally.
So what I'm gonna do
cut off.
is I'm gonna reset all these motions that are on the trial date. We'll come back
The-
and finish
the trial
everything at the
date,
trial
and-
date.
Well, could you please at least tell me if you granted him sole physical and sole legal
It
custody?
doesn't really matter now. You have joint custody, and I was going to make a determination of who was going to be the residential. We were making the determination of who was the primary residential parent or the alternate residential parent. That probably is going to be moot when we come back to court in August, but
For the
we'll
next
see.
year. But the reason I filed this motion is because this all
I hear it.
started
I'm
because
gonna hear it all on the
Okay.
28th
of August.
of August.
Your Honor,
Okay.
in the meantime, father wants to make sure that he is okay to go forward and sign the child up for school in his neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Okay. And do I need to file a separate motion for a stop order on child support, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay,
Because that would have to go back downstairs.
thank you, Your Honor.